The U.S. Mexico border is often in the news. Southwest of Tucson, I was able to horseback ride along the border with a cowboy, Ron Schaefer. He took me through the rugged terrain beside Sasabe in the high Sonoran Desert. My base was Rancho de la Osa, a beautiful old historic hacienda that's seen over 300 years of history.
Yeah, when we found out that the walls were filled with cannonballs, we figured out trying to find out why, and then we found out that Pancho Villa used to have shootouts down here, and it made the building bulletproof.
So it's like a little fortress.
It is indeed. It's probably the safest place you could be.
While we did run into a few Border Patrol agents and belongings discarded during recent border crossings, exploring on horseback with an insider afforded me a different view of this part of the country, whose rich history is oftentimes overshadowed by controversy.
What do we need to watch out for today on the trails?
Well, the biggest thing is the thorns, but everything that grows out here has a thorn on it.
I experienced those thorns very quickly.
See why you got those chaps on.
That is a fact.
What's that peak over there that's just behind the mountains?
That's called Babo Kiviri. It's on the Indian reservation. The Indians believe that when they die, all their spirits gather there because they believe that that's the umbilical cord to heaven.
Ron and I continued our trek through the spiritual land. The area where we rode was settled by Spanish Jesuit priests in the late 1600s. They set up an outpost to trade with the Mexicans and Native Americans in the area. In 1812, the King of Spain granted the land to a Mexican family. The area where Rancho de la Osa stands did not become part of the U.S. until the 1850s. Though now a guest ranch and still part of the United States, it's an area that is heavily influenced by its close proximity to the border. Continuing our climb, we reached the highest spot in the area.
Oh wow, this is beautiful.
It's pretty incredible up here. You can see for about 25 miles in all directions. What you can see mostly behind us is Sasabe, Mexico.
And it's so beautiful, you can just see the mountains rolling and rolling.
You can indeed. It's gorgeous up here, and you can see forever. A lot of country up here. A lot of pretty country. Sometimes you wonder why they all bunch up in the cities when there's all of this.
We had traveled quite a ways from the ranch to get to that spot. But like many of my travels, it was the company of a local who made the trip so worthwhile.